Mr. Michael Langley, this is for your advice. I know that with your position as a top military man in America, so your elbow, your shoulder, they day up, and that they ginger you to the talk, and you feel say every other person na rat or kids where you dey. But let me tell you this message. You see, Obama operated from America against Gaddafi. Somehow, you need to know that there is difference between Obama that operated from America and you when you dey African soil. You see, when it comes to Africa as a continent, Africa soil, there are some things that eyes cannot see, but they are there. They are just there. You will not see it. Please, you have to resign from this your assignment. You cannot achieve it. You will not succeed. You need to go back. If you need to resign, resign and go back to your family. You must leave Ibrahim Traore alone. Every other African leaders that are good, that have been unlived, they have records of 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts, I think maximum 5 attempts. They take them down. Even Sankara was just 2 attempts and they got Sankara. But when it comes to Ibrahim Traore, you have experienced 19 attempts. For me, it is now 21. Within the last 4 months, we've seen locations where trucks were seized, loaded with bikes. They claimed they were heading to Ivory Coast, of which those bikes are identified as bikes that terrorists normally use within the Sahel. That, to me, is number 20 attempt because it was a plot against Ibrahim Traore. Again, now what is trending is another one with 200 terrorists hidden inside trailer that was claimed to be carrying aids to go and help Burkina Faso people. Of course, like you said, you are coming to help Burkina Faso. But what kind of help? We are seeing it. We can see the kind of help. You see, Burkina Faso cannot be destroyed like Libya. What you claim to be help is not help, but destruction because of your selfish interest and ego. It will no longer work. Please return back to your family. Leave Ibrahim Traore alone. This 20th attempt, where 47 trucks are now seized, has opened the eyes of so many. And the investigation will be done thoroughly to expose all those hidden behind. You were asked in Kenya, are you going to bring your military men from America to come and remove Ibrahim Traore? You said no. You just have 10 men. Africans will take charge of their security. But now we can see the reason why only 10 men you just need from America. Probably to take care of the logistics. There are other men on ground. There are other men that will be in the booth that will take their legs and go to Burkina Faso. And we are seeing the 200 so far. And I know that more will come. But you will be shocked to know that any attempt you try to use, we will catch you. This is not Gaddafi era. Africans are tired. We have suffered and enough is enough. Mr. Langley, go back to America. Go back to your family. Fellow Africans, watch and see the recent revelation that was just discovered. Watch.
In a dramatic and alarming security breakthrough, the Burkina Faso army has intercepted a truck allegedly masquerading as a humanitarian aid vehicle, only to uncover that it was carrying a full squad of suspected terrorists. The vehicle, initially presented as a truck transporting goods and materials for a non-governmental organization (NGO), raised suspicions among border patrol units due to irregularities in its documentation and behavior at a routine checkpoint. Upon thorough inspection, security forces made a chilling discovery: the truck was not carrying aid supplies, but a covert group of heavily armed men, allegedly linked to terror operations in the region. The incident reportedly occurred near one of the country's remote borders, a common transit point for insurgent movements. According to military sources, the men attempted to disguise themselves as logistical personnel involved in humanitarian activities, a tactic that has been increasingly observed across Sahelian conflict zones. Authorities are currently interrogating the individuals, and preliminary reports suggest they were en route to a strategic location suspected to be a staging ground for future attacks. The army has since launched a wider investigation into the origin of the truck, the legitimacy of the NGO it claimed to represent, and potential collaborators within or outside the country. This latest interception underscores the growing sophistication of terror networks operating in West Africa and the urgent need for heightened vigilance, not just from state security forces, but from regional and international partners. The use of humanitarian cover to mask terror operations is a deeply concerning trend, one that raises critical questions about the oversight of aid operations and the broader implications for civilian trust and safety. Burkina Faso, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has vowed to root out terrorism and expose every link in the chain that fuels insurgency in the country. This latest operation adds a chilling layer to that mission, revealing the lengths to which terror cells are willing to go to infiltrate, destabilize, and strike from within.
Under the firm leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has taken a bold stance against terrorism and foreign interference. Upon receiving initial reports, Traoré didn't hesitate. He gave a direct order: secure everything. Not a single round must be unaccounted for. Interrogate the drivers. We need the truth. The interrogation of the drivers opened yet another shocking chapter. One of them, identified as Jean-Baptiste Compaoré, eventually broke down. Under questioning, he revealed that he and his colleagues were told they were transporting agricultural machinery to a depot in Togo. Let us not overlook the sheer scale of what was intercepted. This wasn't one truck. It wasn't even 10. It was 47, enough to arm a small battalion. Authorities were reportedly shaken by the range, complexity, and volume of the weapons discovered. From sniper rifles to RPGs, the cache seemed purpose-built for large-scale insurgency or even an attempted overthrow. This begs the question, was this part of a broader plan to destabilize Burkina Faso or other Sahelian nations? Is there a silent war being waged against African sovereignty through these covert arms shipments? This development also shines a spotlight on the fragile state of border security across many African nations. If this operation had not been discovered, who knows what devastation might have followed? The Kanchari border, while remote, has now become a symbolic battleground in the war for national survival. How many other borders remain vulnerable? Are African nations doing enough to invest in intelligence, surveillance, and counter-terrorism infrastructure? There is also the international angle to consider. Many experts suspect foreign hands at play, either through proxy groups or direct supply chains that stretch beyond Africa. Arms of this caliber are not produced in Burkina Faso. So the key question remains: who is arming these terrorists and why? Is there an intentional effort to keep West Africa in a state of perpetual conflict so that foreign interests can continue to exploit the continent's resources under the cover of instability? Why does Africa continue to be the battlefield of global power struggles? And when will African nations unite to say enough is enough? As the investigation continues, the people of Burkina Faso, and indeed all of Africa, are watching closely. There is a growing demand for transparency, accountability, and above all, justice. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has so far shown resolve, but his leadership will be tested in how thoroughly this conspiracy is unraveled and how those behind it are brought to book. Will justice be served, not just for Burkina Faso, but for every African life endangered by this conspiracy? And will this operation be the wake-up call that finally prompts a regional security alliance that works for Africa, not for foreign interests? The seizure of 47 weapon-laden trucks in Burkina Faso is more than a headline. It is a clarion call to all African nations. It is a warning about the dark networks operating beneath the surface, and a testament to what decisive leadership can achieve when national interests are prioritized over foreign appeasement. This is a turning point. Whether we rise together or fall divided depends on the choices we make now. Let us stand vigilant, engaged, and united. Let us question what needs to be questioned, defend what must be defended, and most importantly, never stay silent in the face of evil disguised as aid.